Productivity is all about making the most of your time. I know this works because I use these same techniques to boost my income by tens of thousands of dollars. This is one of my favorite productivity hacks, and I think you'll love it too. I'll give you actionable strategies you can start using today. Starting out, I was overwhelmed. So many projects, so little time. I felt like I was drowning in tasks. Sound familiar? I was working long hours, I was stressed, and I wasn't seeing the career growth I wanted. Something had to change. That's when I discovered timeboxing. This agile methodology changed everything. It boosted my productivity. And yes, these techniques even helped me increase my income by tens of thousands of dollars. I'm about to reveal the productivity technique that changed my life. Timeboxing. Let's get started. How timeboxing changed my life. Timeboxing is a simple yet effective technique. It's about assigning a fixed amount of time to each task. Instead of working until a task is done, you work on it for a set period. This shift in mindset is key. Timeboxing brings structure to your day. It eliminates overwhelm and procrastination. You'll be amazed at how much you can achieve. By now, you're probably curious to learn more about timeboxing. So, what is timeboxing exactly? It's like giving your tasks a friendly but firm schedule. Imagine each task on your to-do list getting its own appointment in your calendar. Instead of saying, "I'll work on this until it's done," you say, "I'm dedicating this specific time slot to you." This simple shift in perspective does wonders for your productivity. It eliminates the vagueness of open-ended tasks and replaces it with clear boundaries. No more staring at a task, feeling overwhelmed and unsure where to start. With timeboxing, you know exactly when and for how long you'll be tackling each item. It's about working smarter, not harder, and achieving a better work-life balance in the process. Why time limits are your secret weapon? You might be thinking, but won't limiting my time on a task make me feel pressured and rushed? Surprisingly, the opposite is true. Constraints, when used strategically, can actually boost your creativity and productivity. When you set a time limit for a task, your brain enters a state of focused attention. You become more aware of the task at hand and less likely to get sidetracked by distractions. It's like the deadline effect in action. Knowing you have a limited time to complete something can spark a sense of urgency and focus. By allocating specific time slots to different tasks, you're forced to make conscious decisions about what truly matters. Timeboxing empowers you to design a life that reflects your values and priorities. Are you ready to see timeboxing in action? Now, let's bring timeboxing to life with some practical examples. Imagine you're starting your workday. Instead of diving headfirst into your overflowing inbox, you take a few minutes to plan your day using timeboxing. You allocate 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. for Project Alpha updates, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. for team meeting prep, and so on. By visually mapping out your day, you create a clear roadmap for productivity. For each time-boxed task, you can further break it down into smaller, more manageable chunks. So what are the tools of the trade? To make timeboxing even more effective, there are fantastic tools at your disposal. Digital calendars like Google Calendar or Outlook Calendar become your best friends. These tools allow you to visually block out time for different tasks, making your schedule clear at a glance. Don't underestimate the power of pen and paper. Some people find that physically writing down their time boxes in a planner helps them stay more accountable and engaged. Experiment with different methods and find what works best for you. Beyond calendars, there are task management apps specifically designed for timeboxing, such as Focus Time or TickTick. The real magic happens when you combine it with the principles of timeboxing and a commitment to making the most of your time. Ever heard of categorical time blocking? Now let's talk about how to categorize your tasks for effective timeboxing. One helpful approach is to group similar activities together. For example, you could have dedicated time blocks for deep work, meetings, emails, and admin tasks. During your deep work block, you'd focus on tasks that require your full attention and concentration, like writing reports, coding, or analyzing data. Meetings would obviously be grouped together, while emails could be scheduled for twice a day to avoid constant interruptions. By batching similar tasks together, you minimize context switching, which can drain your energy and reduce your productivity. Categorical time blocking also helps you identify potential areas for improvement. One of the key skills to master in timeboxing is accurate task estimation. It's easy to underestimate how long something will take, especially when it's a task you enjoy or one you've done many times before. However, Underestimating can throw your entire schedule off track. To improve your estimation skills, start by tracking how long it actually takes you to complete different types of tasks. You can use a simple timer or a time tracking app for this purpose. Over time, you'll develop a more realistic sense of how long certain activities take. Another helpful tip is to add a buffer to your estimates. If you finish a task early, you can always move on to the next item on your list or take a well-deserved break. While structure is crucial in time boxing, it's equally important to embrace flexibility. Things don't always go according to plan, and that's perfectly okay. Unexpected meetings might pop up, urgent requests might land on your plate, or you might simply have an off day where you're not as productive as usual. The key is to adjust your schedule accordingly without letting it derail your entire day. If something unexpected comes up, don't be afraid to reschedule time boxes or adjust their duration. The beauty of time boxing is that it provides a framework, not a straitjacket. You're in control, and you can adapt it to fit your needs. The most important thing is to start incorporating it into your routine and gradually make it a habit. Time boxing isn't just about filling your calendar with blocks of tasks. It's about unlocking a level of productivity you never thought possible. When you break down your day into manageable chunks, you eliminate the mental weight of that massive to-do list. Each time box becomes a mini goal, a clear target to aim for. And as you tick off those boxes throughout the day, you feel a sense of accomplishment and momentum that propels you forward. Procrastination becomes your former foe. Instead of putting off daunting tasks, you allocate dedicated time to chip away at them. Remember, time boxing isn't about rushing, it's about being intentional. In our hyper-connected world, distractions are lurking around every corner. Notifications, emails, social media, they all compete for our attention, fragmenting our focus and hindering our productivity. Time boxing acts as a shield against these distractions. When you're fully present in a time box dedicated to a specific task, you're less likely to succumb to the siren call of distractions. It's like putting on a pair of noise-canceling headphones for your mind. The outside world fades away, and you enter a state of deep focus. This heightened focus allows you to produce higher quality work in less time. And the best part? When you're deeply engaged in your work, time seems to fly by. Time boxing isn't just a productivity hack, it's a pathway to a more balanced and fulfilling life. Remember those long work hours, the feeling of being tethered to your desk? Time boxing helps you reclaim your time and set healthy boundaries. By scheduling time for both work and personal activities, you create a clear separation between the two. When you're off work, you're truly off work, present and engaged in the things that matter most to you. Time boxing empowers you to prioritize self-care. You can block out time for exercise, meditation, hobbies, or simply relaxing and recharging. By making time for these activities, you return to work feeling refreshed and energized. When I first discovered time boxing, I was skeptical. Could something so simple truly make a difference? I decided to give it a try, and the results were transformative. My days became more structured, my focus sharpened, and my productivity soared. I used to feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of emails I received each day. Now I allocate specific time slots to process emails, and I'm amazed at how much more efficient I've become. Time boxing also helped me prioritize my well-being. It's amazing how much of a difference even 30 minutes of exercise can make. As a technical program manager, my world is a whirlwind of projects, deadlines, and stakeholders. It's like conducting a symphony orchestra, with each instrument representing a different team or task. Before time boxing, I often felt like the conductor who had lost control of the music, struggling to keep up with the tempo. Time boxing became my conductor's baton, bringing order to the chaos. I started by breaking down my complex projects into smaller, more manageable time boxes. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the sheer scale of a project, I focused on achieving specific milestones within allocated timeframes. This approach allowed me to track progress more effectively and identify potential bottlenecks early on. Time boxing empowered me to juggle multiple projects simultaneously without dropping the ball. Time boxing isn't just a personal productivity tool, it's a powerful leadership strategy. By embracing and promoting time boxing within my team, I fostered a culture of focus, accountability, and results. We started having time-boxed meetings, with clear agendas and time limits for each topic. This ensured that our meetings were productive and focused, respecting everyone's time. I also encouraged my team members to adopt time boxing in their individual workflows. The results were remarkable. Timeboxing became the secret sauce that transformed us into a high-performing unit. Finding time for what matters. Beyond the realm of work, timeboxing has permeated every aspect of my life. It's no longer just a productivity technique, it's a philosophy, a way of approaching time with intention and purpose. I now allocate dedicated time for my passions, whether it's playing the guitar, writing, or spending quality time with loved ones. These activities are no longer squeezed into the margins of my day. They have designated time slots, just like my work commitments. Timeboxing has empowered me to design a life that reflects my values and priorities. I'm the architect of my time, making conscious choices about how I spend each precious moment. Why you should try timeboxing. Timeboxing has been a game changer for me, both professionally and personally. It's the secret weapon that propelled my career to new heights, allowing me to manage complexity, lead effectively, and achieve a fulfilling work-life balance. Remember, time is our most valuable resource. It's finite, and once it's gone forever. Timeboxing empowers you to make the most of this precious gift, to spend it wisely on the things that truly matter. Embrace the power of timeboxing and watch as it transforms your productivity, your leadership, and your life. Timeboxing is your path to success. That's how timeboxing took me from feeling overwhelmed to earning a six-figure salary as a technical program manager. It's not magic, but it's pretty darn close. Remember those early days? Feeling swamped, working late, and not seeing the progress I craved? Timeboxing changed everything. It brought structure to my chaos, focus to my distractions, and ultimately, success to my career. But it's not just about the money, though that's a nice bonus, right? It's about the freedom and fulfillment that come with mastering your time. It's about having the energy to pursue your passions, spend time with loved ones, and design a life you love. Timeboxing empowers you to become the best version of yourself, both professionally and personally. Become a timeboxing master. So are you ready to unlock your productivity potential? Are you ready to take control of your time and achieve your goals? Then give timeboxing a try. Start small, experiment with different techniques, and find what works best for you. Remember, consistency is key. The more you practice, the more natural it will become. And hey, I'm here to support you on your journey. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more productivity tips and tricks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.